There's a lot of really significant trading action happening in UK markets, particularly surrounding momentum changing ahead of the Brexit referendum in a couple of weeks. Over the weekend, we've seen, and into Monday, we've seen a number of polls come out, four in fact, that are showing that momentum has been decidedly shifting in favor of the Leave side, with the Leave starting to take some significant leads over the Remain side. Previously, we had seen trading action showing that when news favored Leave, that the pound and the FTSE would go down, and that news favoring Remain would help to boost the pound. But now we're seeing this go another way, and this is suggesting to me that the potential for an actual Brexit is starting to already get it priced into the markets, because what we're seeing today is that the sell-offs related to positive Leave news have been getting smaller and smaller, and in fact the UK market is actually starting to turn up, even with the momentum shifting to favor the Leave side. So this is quite a significant change. It's been building for a while, but today's one day where we're seeing it come through really loud and clear. I'm going to start off by looking at the indices here. And what's interesting about this is we've had some strong performance to start the week in Asia Pacific. They were kind of catching up to Friday's US rebound. Look at this, though. We've got US markets up about 0.5% or so. Look at this UK market up 0.6%. In contrast, here's where Europe's at. France is down. Germany up marginally. We have Italy up 0.5%. We've got Spain up about 0.25%. So UK markets are actually outperforming their continental fears on a day when momentum is suggesting that the UK could be getting ready to leave the European Union in the case of a leave vote. So this is a really significant movement here, and it suggests that the street is already priced in the potential for a Brexit, and that perhaps as well that they might be seeing out there, some traders might be seeing that that a Brexit could actually favor the UK relative to the EU. I'm going to start here, though, with cable, and I wanted to highlight, since we came back from the weekend, that what we're seeing here was that we had some declines early on. We had a decline here overnight. We had a decline here in the morning. And these declines were off of in reaction to poll results. But when we see them go down, they're not going down very far. And we've seen some significant bounce backs after these initial waves downwards. So what does this mean? These pulses of bearishness on the potential for Brexit are getting smaller, and they're not lasting very long. And in fact, there's a lot of support coming in behind the markets, even as the momentum is shifting in favor of the Leave side. And I'll show this a little more clearly on the we can see it on the larger chart as well. So if we come down here, what this tells us, all through last fall and into December and into February, it was the end of February was the point of maximum pessimism towards the UK. Since then, we've been seeing markets recover. But look at this: we've had an initial rally up, and now we're seeing this consolidation at a higher level between about 143.30 and about 147.60, and we're going back and forth in these ranges. But each pulse down, each time we've seen news come out favoring Leave, and we got a pulse downward in cable, each time, whether from the end of February onwards, the pulses downward are getting smaller and smaller, and the trend is generally turning upward, which means that the fear of a negative impact of Brexit on the UK is fading. The street is becoming more comfortable with the notion that Britain could leave the EU, and that a lot of the pessimism has already been built into the price. I'll show now the UK 100 and how it's acting on the chart as well, and it's the same sort of thing. We're in a big downtrend. The point of maximum pessimism in the case of UK stocks was actually a couple of weeks earlier, in the middle of February. We had a positive RSI diversion at the time. Look at this. We've broken out of a big falling channel, and it's just been consolidating here at a higher level between about 60.50 and about 64.50. We're back here climbing above 6,200. It's back above the moving averages. We have had a golden cross here. I'm still waiting to see if we're going to get confirmation of this golden cross or not, or is this indicative of a sideways trend where we could get see the moving averages swing around each other. But regardless, the action we're getting here is indicative that even as the Leave side gains momentum, sentiment towards the UK has been coming more positive as well.